Well, good afternoon again. Another day, the end of the week now. I'll have the weekend off. All right. This is your one is a cup of tea again, but this one's about arranging flowers today. Our maid rung me up other night and asked me to go floral art demonstration with her. How don't he? She said. Do we good get out the house for an hour or two? Yes, I believe I will, I said. Now, my idea of arranging flowers is to put a few in a pot and hope for the best. So I thought if I watched somebody doing a proper job, he might give me a few tips. So off we went, and we had some good evening. The place was packed. Some people are very clever, aren't they? He was a chap doing of them, and he made the flowers look handsome. He arranged them in a frame, and when he turned them round, sure we could exactly look like a picture. My maid said, How about joining the club with me, mother? We could go together. You never know. You might get the hang of it. Don't suppose you'll hurt to have a go, I said. I can't do more than make a fool of myself. The club meeting was every month, and come the first night, off we went in the car. I didn't know whether I ought to have brought flowers and stuff take with me, but I needn't worried. They had everything there I could want. I told them I never done it before, but they said not to hurry myself about it. Everybody got to start somewhere. The woman started telling me about shapes, the triangles and crescents and so on. And she showed me what to do. It looked easy when she done it, but when I come to him myself, well, he was another story. Yes, he might have been a triangle or a crescent, or both at the same time, for all you could tell, but the woman said not to worry. He was early days yet. Well, this went on and on. May heaven be my best friend couldn't, and I said was getting any better. Our maid said, Mother, can he do no better than that? Heaven, the woman was a bit concerned, and said in her opinion I didn't have no eye for him. I ain't frightened of that, I said. I never was one you call artistic. I think I better give him up as a bad job, don't you? No, don't do that, they said. Let him go a bit longer. So that's what I done. Now when you to come and see me and look at my arrangement, guess what you are going to see. You got it. Few flowers stuck in a pot with a lot of hope thrown in. Now this little story now, this one is by David Prowse again. This one's called The Linesman. We watched the football highlights, and with cocoa beakers streaming, we sat and burned the midnight oil with a little fireside dreaming. Jan called his playing days as a nifty number 7, and I was linesman once, he said, but Berrien played St. Leven. I finished playing long ago, he fondly recollected, but I'd watched the youngsters every week. It was no more than expected. Jack Dunn was referee that day and asked me for assistance. I had an awful heavy call, but offered no resistance. Now when you wave, I'll blow, he said. You mind you do, I sputtered. And forget that you're a Berrien man. I hope they win, I muttered. Oh, and get yourself a pair of shorts. He glared at me assembly. Dear Lord, says I, come on now, Jack. This isn't bloomin' Wembley. But I borrowed these old baggy shorts that nearly reached my laces, with elastic in the top that you could use a pair of braces. But worst of all, when I stepped out, I spotted Mabel Russell, all 20 stone of female form, in solid fat and muscle. She was on her usual patrol, with her brawly sharp and pointed. There's many linesmen in the past as found themselves anointed. How do, Mrs. R, says I, expecting rain, my booty? She said, you'll find what this is for if you don't do your duty. Well, I never had a flag, of course, nor nothing quite so swanky. The only thing that I could find was a grubby spotted Yankee. So off I went careering around like a supermarket trolley as I tried to dodge and pointed end of Mabel Russell's brolly. He was working out quite well, I thought, till me bloomin' nostrils bristled. I raised me hand to blow my nose, and Jack Dunn went and whistled. I was blowing, Jack not waving, I yelled and then retreated. so I began a dialogue that was oftentimes repeated. By now dear Mabel's eye was in with her ear poking and ear prodding. I had more dimples in my rear than feathers on a robin. While every time I blobbed my nose, I'd stop the play from flowing, 'cause Jack would strut across and shout, "Harry waving, Jan, or blowing?" Towards the end, St. Leven scored and Mabel took exception. "Offside," she screamed, and turned around and charged in my direction. She wrapped her brolly round me ear, and as me legs upended, her 20 stone dimmed out the light, then, like a whale, descended. Crunch was like the Concord boom on a clear night in December, with me with one hand free, and I raised my Yankee, offering surrender. Both teams came running, so I thought to bring about my 7. But then, of course, came the chant, "Are he blowing, Jan, or waving?" Thank you very much.